right, we're going to work out problem number 1 on this particular worksheet. This is the Solving the Triangles worksheet. All these problems come from the Holt geometry book, which was my geometry book as a high school student. And so we're going to work this out here. We've got, in this particular problem, we're given an angle and we're given one side, okay? If you're given an angle and you're given one side, the three things that you're going to find are going to require 2 trig problems, and it's going to require 1 addition subtraction problem. So 2 trig, 1 basic arithmetic problem, okay? So let's do the 2 trig problems first. And so we're going to do 2 trig problems, okay? And then we're going to do 1 addition subtraction problem. I'll put arithmetic. Okay, 2 trig, 1 arithmetic. All right, so to find AB, I'm going to put AB right here. We're finding AB. To find AB, I know that I've got this angle, I've got this side, I'm going to try to find AB. From this angle that is given to me, the 7 is opposite to this angle. AB is the hypotenuse. The trig function that uses the opposite and the hypotenuse is the sine function. Sine of 62 degrees equals the opposite of 62 degrees, 7, over the hypotenuse, which is AB, my unknown. And instead of using an x, I'm just going to use AB. That way I'm not confusing myself with other things. So sine opposite over hypotenuse, sine opposite over hypotenuse. Now, when my unknown is in the denominator, I taught you that shortcut, and so I'm going to use that shortcut, which means I put this on the left side of the equation. The sine 62 is going to go down here below the 7. And then on my calculator, pull up my calculator here, I'm going to do 7 divided by the sine of 62. 7 divided by sine 62. 7.92, so it's going to round off to 7.9. Put that over there for a moment. Minimize that. So AB equals 7.9. So there I found side AB using trig. So I write it over here, 7.9. The next thing that I need to find is a BC. Remember, I'm going to do 2 trig problems. BC is also going to be a trig problem. So I actually do need to get rid of this, don't I? Let me just move that thing down there. Okay, so BC is this side right here. So from the angle that's given in this side, I've got the opposite from that angle is 7, and BC would be the adjacent side. So opposite and adjacent from the angle that's given. The trig function that uses the opposite and the adjacent is the tangent function. So that's what we're going to use. Tangent of 62 degrees equals the opposite, 7, over the adjacent, BC, my unknown for this problem. Now, since it's in the denominator again, I can use my shortcut, and the BC is going to go over here. The tan 62 is going to go down there. So I put BC equals 7 over tangent 62 degrees. And then on my calculator, 7 divided by tan 62. So 7 divided by tangent 62 equals 3.7. All right, so we'll do that one next, 3.7. So we've got, minimize this, so BC equals 3.7. I'll put it over here as well. So now we've got 2 of our sides that we're missing, which means we had the other one already. We have all of our sides now found. The 2 sides that are missing required trigonometry to find. Now we're going to use arithmetic to find this missing angle, angle A. Now, all 3 of these angles add up to 180. And so I'm going to do these the same way every time just so that we're consistent. Since this one is 90 right here, with all of these right triangles, if you're trying to find the other angle here, these 2 other angles would also have to be have a sum of 90. So what I can do to find angle A is I can simply say 90 minus 62 is going to tell me what this other angle needs to be. And so 90 minus 62 is, I think, 28, just to make sure. 90 minus 62 is, yep, 28. So there we have our last one. I'll leave my calculator work here. So there's the 3 calculator things I did. And then we got that's 28 that goes right here. Minimize that. So 90 minus 62 is 28. There's our answer for angle A. And that is how you solve a triangle when you're given a side and an angle. Doesn't matter where the side and the angle are, but if you're given a side and the angle, not the right angle, but if you're given us one side and one of these other angles, this is the work you're going to do to find the missing parts. 2 trig problems, 1 arithmetic problem. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful for you. And if you have any questions, please let me know.